Good morning, guys. This is Leffernan coming to you with another video. This video is going to be entirely about portals. Now, in order to show you portals and everything, we're going to basically like start it with, what is the basic parts of it? What do they do? How do they get there? All this other kind of stuff. So, when you're looking at different sales, there's one of them that basically says invade other kingdoms, and it's got these portals looking things. This is allowing you to jump from one kingdom to the other kingdom. There's also another one that basically says, open portals, and then it has like your inside of your kingdom ones, and then you have the outside of the kingdom ones. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you why you should use them, when you should use them, what would be a good rate of basically using them, why could you use them for different things, all this other kind of stuff. So this is basically your how-to guide on portals. Now, with that being said, we're going to open this up so you guys can see everything a little bit easier. And let's get started. Okay, so very first thing, you'll notice that, this is my Leffernan account. This is my bigger main one. And I've gotten some progress done. I'm now into the Emerald level, the 303 for a hero. Anything 301 and up, you're considered an Emerald. Okay, so with that being said, let's look at why anybody would use portals. Okay, so when you're going through and having something to where, like, let's say you're moving a lot of stuff from one area to the other, or you're trying to transport your army and you're trying to do it quickly. It might be to where you're trying to do the arena or whatever. So let me go through and show you an instance of this. The arena is 43 kilometers away or whatever. So in the game, that's a decent distance. I don't want to send my hero all the way over here and back and use speed ups just to be able to go through and hit the arena. And a lot of times my clan members will go through and they'll basically utilize it to where if you put a portal there, they're going to start hitting the arena too. And you can always say like in the clan chat, like, hey, I opened up a portal, go ahead and use it. So what I usually do every single day, I use at least one portal, and this is just to attack the arena. Now, if you're early in the game and everything, this might not be the best way to use them, but for me, because I'm further in the game, I hate sending 5 marches to an arena because they're absolutely useless. The only reason why you do it is because it's part of a daily task or whatever. So that's the reason why I do this. Knock it out 5 times, leave it to more of my portals there. Because of the fact I'm in a clan that likes to get targeted by other clans, I can't leave this open. So I'm going to also go through and close it. Coincidentally, we happen to kill the arena as part of it. Yay. All right, so now, next part. So arenas is one reason why you might want to go through and do it. Another reason would be, let's say, for instance, that we were to want to do, like, get keys for rare level crypts. Thinking. Okay, so we're going to switch up our lineup and we're going to make it to where we have people that can actually hit decently hard. So we're going to go with Leonidas, we'll have Cleopatra, and then we'll also have Beowulf. Am I able to get Leonidas up another star level? I mean, he's at 6. All right, so he's good. Didn't know. Okay, so we're ready. And then the other thing that we need to do is we need to make sure their armor's ready. So Leonidas has good armor. We have it to where, okay, all of our different people. We're going to look at our heroes, switch it out. Now, one thing that I'm curious about, and I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. See how it's got like the different numbers up top? I'm wondering if I could have a pre-installed type of set of armor and I just flip the number and then that's the one that goes active or whatnot. It's worth a shot, later on. So let's stick with number 1. And we're going to have it where our main hero will have armor that is for fighting. Make sure that whenever you're going through and doing any attacking with your hero that you switch out your armor. I don't think that degrades the armor whenever you're fighting your arena, but I think it does it for everything else. And finally, this one. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're ready. And then we're going to go through and make sure that we're in the right mode for our premium. Right now we're in archaeology. We'll switch to martial. An extra 25% bonus to both strength and health of army. And now we're going to go through and look up our city and our enemy city that we want to go through and kill. So let's go under monsters, flip it to citadels, get off of heroics. And for me, I'm actually striking at basically 30 level citadels. There is no. Oh, this might make a difference. Okay, that'll work. All right. So our elven level citadels, we have for level 30, we have a bunch of them. Okay, now this one is 500 some odd, kilometers away or whatever. That is a huge amount of distance. And I don't feel like basically marching my guys all the way across. And even with 5 speed ups, them taking like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So I'm going to put up a portal as close as I possibly can to this. And it's right outside of this clans area. And then I'm going to send them on over and basically have it to where they attack. All right, I'm just going to do a real cheap version of this and just go through and do select all. I don't care as long as I get a decent amount. I'm going to dwindle down some of these guys and have it to where this way I'm hitting with more of my like big hitters, my G9 troops right now. And like I said, guys, this is all dependent upon what your level is. I'm not expecting all of you to be able to emulate me and everything. So don't think that, oh, this is very different for one person versus the other. Okay. So we got our G9 troops and some cannons and some other stuff. We're going to go through attack. Now it says 1 minute and 36 seconds. That is for this distance right here. Can you imagine if I had the full entire length? How long that would be? So 3 speed ups, I'm at 10 seconds from, this short amount of distance, which is like probably 8 kilometers or whatever in the game. Can you imagine, just the sheer distance of it and the time would be such a waste. And for a lot of people, once you hit one citadel, then you're going through and hitting the next citadel and the next citadel. So going through and having it to where you strategically put your portals and everything is a good idea. Now, let's say, for instance, that I'm doing a lot of citadels, right, in one day, and I decided to do them back to back to back. I could go through and have it to where I place them at different parts of the map. So right now I have one in the upper left-hand corner. I could put one in the bottom left-hand corner of my kingdom. For those of you that are playing on your phone and everything, this is a lot easier in order to see as far as the map goes. Yeah, I really don't understand why they don't allow you to make this map a whole heck of a lot bigger. But oh well. So my stuff is all the way down here. So what I might do if I'm doing like a lot of citadels in one day, I would put like one off to the right hand side, one to the upper right, one to the top center, one to the top left, and then put one in the bottom left hand corner of the map of the kingdom. Now, what this does is, granted, you have to be in a kingdom where a lot of people are not going to be trying to attack your portals all the dang time. But if you have it to where people aren't really trying to do that, and then you could go through and have it to where you don't have to open up a new portal every single time. I have 5 of them. That's covering my entire kingdom map. It allows it to where the marches, if I use 5 speed ups, would probably be 40 seconds per, thing. So I could go through and hit, one citadel after another, and it would probably take me, for the amount that I'm trying to do, probably take me about an hour in the course of my evening in order to go through and knock them out. But that would allow me to knock out like, 30 as opposed to I'd be able to knock out like maybe 5. So it's a heck of a lot better in order to go through and strategically put your portals in different places. You can also do this for crypts runs. So if you're looking at, now some crypts are more plentiful than others, but in my kingdom, Everybody's going for these level 25 common crypts. Can you move, you stinking thing? There it goes. Finally. All right, so yeah. Can oh my gosh. Sometimes I really, really do not like playing on the PC nearly as much. So, like in my kingdom, right, there's only one level 25 crypt or a common crypt that's out there at all. That's it. Oh, wait, there's more. Yeah. So it's got a few, but it's not many. Some just loaded on it. So we got like what, six? And some of these are 490. We have 773. So if we added to where those portals were placed at the different, not like all the way in the corner, but in the different spaces around the kingdom, then I'd be able to hit crypts constantly, citadels constantly, and have it to where I'm going through and utilizing it. All right, now here's another thing that you could do. And I'm not going to be able to necessarily show this, so I'll kind of like show it to you without showing it to you. If you want to attack an enemy, whenever it's, Thirst for Battle or Kingdom versus Kingdom, or Clash of Kingdoms, or Clash for the Throne, you can have it to where this is a trick that a lot of people do. If you, let's say that this, blue guy right here, this ice sculpture, whatever, is, a person's city. Now, I'm not going to go through and attack anybody else's city in, this game or whatever, just, to show you guys. But let's say that this was a city. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to go outside of the clan area and everything. If you're in the kingdom, you can use the one type. If you're out of the kingdom, it would have to be during Clash of Kingdoms that you'd be able to use that portal. The other thing is, and I'll show you guys real quick because this is one thing that a lot of people don't really pay attention to. When you're doing Clash of Kingdoms, there is different levels of kingdom. Right now, if you look at this little insignia, that means that my kingdom is currently under the Champion League. And then you have the other kingdoms. They have different insignia. So like this one is under Master League. You have other ones that are like Bronze League. That means that they don't really pay attention to Clash of Kingdoms or whatever, or they don't do very well in it. And you get bumped up or bumped down depending upon how well your, people do in your kingdom on that given, event. So right now we are in a champion league and everything. If you notice, like God, their Kingdom 96 or area is all under the Master League or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they just had a bad Clash of Kingdoms event or something like that. Who knows? But when you're looking at that, you have it to where you cannot send. I'm sorry, you cannot open a portal in someone else's kingdom that is not in the exact same league as you. So like right now, if Clash of Kingdoms was still going, I'd be able to open up a kingdom or a portal for another kingdom in kingdom number 95 up here, but I would not be able to go through and use one against, anybody in God over here. It would be to where I wouldn't be allowed to do that. So it all depends upon like, just because of the fact that you have those kingdom portals doesn't mean that you can use it. And those kingdom portals can only be used whenever it's Clash of Kingdoms and you have to be in the exact same league. So let's say, for instance, right, we got Kingdom 101 and you want to send it on down to Kingdom 104, you could do that. But you can't attack Kingdom 105 because it's in a different league. See the little insignia right here? The insignia right here? One right here. So 101 can go through and send their guys on over to 104, but they cannot send them down to 105. Which this is really important because, like, I was going to go through and be like, I'm just going to mess with my old kingdom, like Kingdom 113 or whatever. But I couldn't do it, as far as like set up a portal somewhere and just start ransacking the entire thing because I'm not in the exact same league as them for Clash of Kingdoms. See how they're in the Bronze League? And then if you look at mine's in the Champion League, so I cannot do that. Now I can go through and attack other people and everything depending upon their, status or whatnot, but unfortunately, Champion League is not very many of them. So, oh well. Anyways, you get the idea. So just because you have a portal and another that could go open another, go into another kingdom, doesn't mean that you can necessarily do it. All right, now back to the point that I was going to show you. And let's go through and pick a random spot. Okay, so let's say, for instance, right, that I want to attack this person's, let's say that this thing was a city, right? One of these guys. And I wanted to attack them. I could go through and set up a portal on the outside. Now, here's the thing. When you're selecting where to put a portal, it also will dictate whether or not the other clan can attack your portal. If you set it up, and this is the ROE for most kingdoms, not all of them, but most. If you set it up to where it's within 3 spaces of that clan's border, like let's say 1, 2, 3, then they can attack it whether or not you're attacking them or not. They can interpret it as a threat and go through and attack you. So I'm going to set up my portal like back here because of the fact that I want to be able to, let's say, attack that city over here. But I mean, it's really just a monster. But I don't want to have it to where they are like attacking me immediately before I even send it. Now, don't get me wrong. You set a portal up on the outside of somebody's clan area, they're probably going to be watching you. So remember, we're pretending that this monster right here is actually somebody's city. I'm going to set up my attack and I'm going to go through and attack them, or attack the monster in this case. So let's just send Beowulf. I'm just going to hit select all and I'll be lazy about it. All right, so I'm going to send my march. One thing that you can do, and if you're quick enough and everything, you can actually surprise the enemy and kind of get it to where they don't know what to expect. You can go through and quickly send your attack. If you've gone through and attacked other cities, this kind of works out because the computer or your phone will already have it preset in what they think you're going to send or what you sent last time. So I could have it to where like my entire army would already be set up. I just go through and I click portal, open, it pops up, click on the city or click on the monster, go through and hit it, boom, boom, start march. And then I immediately go through and I'm going to close my portal. Now, what this does is it allows it to where they do not know what clan you're from when you go through an attack. Now, they can look at the battle report under journal in order to be able to see, like, okay, it's, this person from this place or whatever. But you cannot go through and see it ahead of time because if I knew that somebody from GOD was going through and attacking me, I'd be like, oh crap, they're probably massive. Then what you do is you open up another portal. I was a little bit too slow and everything, but you have it to where you start the march and everything. You wait till you're just about there. You open up a new portal. So right after you're done, your guy goes back to the new portal that's at. You can also do this to confuse them as far as where exactly you're coming from. So sometimes, and I'll just show you. Let's say that I was to, want to attack GOD because they are impressive as a clan. Like I said, guys, I don't play favorites, so don't think it's like, oh, he loves GOD. Yeah, no. I appreciate others for what they can do. Okay, so right now I'm in the upper right-hand corner of my kingdom, and GOD is basically all the way up that way, going towards the upper right. So what I would do is I would basically put a portal over here and everything in order to have it to where I could go through and attack them. But then what I would do is I would open the portal, send the attack, and the way that I would do that would be like before I would open the portal first. I would already have my target preloaded into my thumbnail as far as this is the people that I'm going to go through and attack. So let's say I was to attack Black Fist or whatever. I'm going to simulate it and everything, but not actually do it. So I'm going to open up my portal. Am I in the wrong darn kingdom right now? Oops. All right. There. Now I'm in the right darn one. Maybe I accidentally crossed the ocean when I went through and did that. All right, so let's say I go through and I open up a portal. They are really, really close together right now. Anyways, I'm gonna open up my portal. Then I'm gonna go through and quickly click on to my landmarks. I'm gonna go through and pick like select Black Fist, and then I'm gonna go through and select Black Fist, send my attack, and then immediately afterwards I'm gonna go to show my portal up here, and I'm going to immediately close my portal. Because otherwise, God is probably going to go through and trace back the line, and then they're going to go through and attack my portal from wherever the heck it is. So, like, even as they're going through and reinforcing and helping out their one guy, somebody else in their clan will probably go through and be attacking my portal. So then I wait until the attack is about to get there. So let's just say it was like, I need a city around here. Hold on. Is there any cities around here? Leave it to God. Oh, okay. Let's say, for instance, I was to have it to where I was sending it up here. As my character is drawing close, like right here, then I would go through and I would have it to where it's like, okay, I'm going to go back to basically where my area was. And then I'm going to open up a new portal. So that after my guy is done attacking, then he's going to run back to a different portal at a different spot. Now, what you do is when the person is running towards it, and I'll simulate this in my kingdom because I can actually do it over here. So let's say, for instance, right, that I'm going to attack. Let's use this guy right here. I'm going to show you a trick, like how this works. Go through and open up a portal. I'm going to send my attack. Is Beowulf still marching? Speed up. I don't want to attack a level 30, common and everything without him. Sorry, but he's powerful. So once Beowulf gets back in 10 seconds, then we'll go through and send this attack. And back. Okay, now we're going to send the attack with Beowulf. Select all. Bam. Okay, so we're going to send the attack. We're going to close it. And then we're going to open up because of the fact that he's getting close. Just because of the fact that you sent the guy and everything doesn't mean that you necessarily have to keep the portal open. So I'm going to start that new portal. He's going to kill the dude, going to come on down. And before this can get attacked by, let's say, an enemy, I close the portal immediately. Just because you close the portal doesn't mean that the captain or the hero cannot use that portal. It just means that you have it to where like they're still going to go through the portal because it was already assigned to where they're going to walk this way. So you'll see it to where he's just going to go on in and disappear. I should have probably done a faster speed up or something. See? So this is a good way in order to have it to where you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to keep my portal open until my guy returns. Because sometimes once you send that attack, or even if like your person is returning from the attack, somebody else is going to go against you. So like, let's say you fight a city with Ulrich on it. Ulrich, it will take you 7 minutes and 30 seconds in order to return to wherever the heck it is that you're returning to. So let's say that I was going from here on down to here. Somebody from, like, if this was a whole bunch of cities, they would go through and send it from another spot down towards my portal. It would not take them 7 minutes and 30 seconds in order to get there. So I would have it to where the portal is open. My captain and hero would start their march. I immediately close it before somebody from over here goes through and attacks it. So using your portals, you need to be smart about it, and then also have it to where you could go through and make sure that they stay for duration. So like this one, not leaving it open. Can't even tell you how many times I've gone to sleep or accidentally left a portal open and everything, and it gets attacked and I get wiped the heck out because of the fact that I left a portal open. It's fine when you're in a smaller kingdom with people that you're not really intimidated by, but when you get into the bigger, battles and everything, like, no lie, when an epic level monster is around, like, let me show you. Let's say that I was fighting Arachne and everything. Every single day, I can guarantee you this, at least once, if I set up a portal here, my portal is going to get attacked by somebody from another kingdom. The reason why is because they figure, like, oh, you're powerful enough, you're long into this game, so you're going to have probably a lot of silver on hand in order to go through and raid. So what they'll do is, like Kingdom 105, the one of the clans over there, they like to go through and they like to attack, and they'll have people that all they do is they search for wherever the epic level monster is in this kingdom. They'll find it, and then they'll go through and attack people's portals that are around it. So what people in my kingdom do is they put their portals further away from it, like all the way out here on the right hand side, because of the fact that they're like, if the person is looking on a closer view of where the epic is, they're going to find it over here, but they might not be seeing the portal that's sitting all the way out here. The problem is, though, that let's say that that is your portal, then you basically need to keep your screen all the way zoomed out and have it to where you're sending your attacks, but then you're also looking for anything that says, like enemy march incoming, like it'll say up here, or if it's a CLO icon that will pop up down here. And then you got to go through and quickly close your portals before the attack happens. So portals are absolutely great in order to get from one place to another inside this game. I would not go through and use it for crypts. No offense, guys. Like, if you have it to where you're only doing like a few crypts at a time, don't use them. If you have it to where you're using it for like a whole heck of a lot of crypts and a whole heck of a lot of citadels, then it would be worth it. But never, ever, 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 ever do it on Clash of Kingdoms Day. On Clash of Kingdoms Day, do not use portals. Yes, pretty much I can guarantee you, even if you're fighting an epic, like we had an Armageddon going on, and they'll set up a portal beside you, send an attack against your portal, and it will happen within the course of 7 seconds. And during that time, you're probably not going to be able to go through and quickly click on it, close the portal before they hit you, and they'll steal a good bit of your silver. Like, I had 350 million in silver stolen that way once. Like, yeah, kind of sucks. Like, just watch your portals. Sorry. All right, so I think that that covers exactly what you guys need to know about portals, where they are, what they do, all this other kind of stuff. Like, you can look under miscellaneous and you can see how many portals you have. Like, I have 864, and it's purely because I don't really fight in Clash of Kingdoms sometimes, but not very often. These regular portals, I use them all the time, absolutely all the time. The other thing about portals is that, like, if you're not really sure about like how you can go through and get them to be longer, because like mine lasts like 13 days, you can go under Academy, go down to Boost, Logistics, and you have portal duration #1, maximum portals #1, and it goes again and again. So you have 3 different ones of that. And then I think that's it. I don't think that there's any boost that basically comes from your hero. And I'm not sure if in the city, probably is. As you upgrade your portal master and everything, it also allows it to where it will go through and lengthen the amount of hours that you could go through and have it. Also, the maximum amount of portals. So mine is currently sitting at what, like 45, I think? Yeah, 45. So I have the utter maximum that I possibly can. Huge amount of time. This is 163 hours, so basically 7 days. Plus, I could do 4 portals at once. Because of the fact that I boosted in logistics, it goes even more and longer. I think my maximum amount of portals is like 7 or 8 that I'm allowed. I think 7. I don't know. Anyways, you get a good idea. So that is entirely about portals, everything that you need to know, how you can go through and use them, why you would want to use them, and when to use them. Also, be clever about your closing of them, like when you're sending attacks against an enemy city, so that this way the other clan doesn't go through and hit you. Do not put your portal within 3 spaces of their border. Otherwise, they will attack you even before you've sent the attack. So, just some, good food for thought. Other than that, if you guys like learned anything about this, please go through and give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. And if you want to go through and message me, easiest way is Lephanin in Kingdom 100. And I'm in the very bottom center, and I will go through and show you my coordinates just so you can go through and message me. Messaging me directly usually triggers a much faster response. And then I also have 2 other accounts. So if you message me under Toli, under Kingdom 100, TOLI, or Ravens Teacher in Kingdom 100, then you can also go through and message me through those. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a good day, and I will send a video to you very, very soon. Bye.